Loss of 2 right there is going to bring up 3rd down and 12. It was almost like that was supposed to be jet.
Well,
and it ended up not being jet.
Yeah, that was an odd look. I'd like to give the young man credit, but his jersey is rolled all the way up underneath his shoulder pads. But the right side defensive end for the black team did a really nice job right there. You know, you got to out there. You know, you kind of in no man's land. You got to set the edge, and he did that rather well.
So you're gonna get single coverage up top, Coach. This is single coverage up top.
Neal drops, throws out to his right-hand side, has a couple
Got
guys.
Him. Touchdown.
Olivares, touchdown.
No, they're going to call him down to the 1.
Okay. DB's having a tough time right there talking to each other.
It's going to be 32 yards. That's going to be a 31-yard completion right there, and it's going to set up 1st and goal with 5.6 seconds left. Well, we'll probably snap this ball in the second quarter, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Yeah, because you're not going to throw the ball, so why not?
Just let it run right here.
And that's going to bring the first quarter to a close here at the football hotbed junior national showcase.
All right, Coach, let's take a look on play right here on how this whole thing got set up. All right, so, you know, we talk about it. You called it. You know, you called it. You said it looked like we're going to get a 4-man rush this time. And they rocked the safeties over and did all that. And then they're going to throw a little sticker out right here from this stack set. You got cloud coverage. And he just throws it right to the linebacker.
Yeah, just stuck in his chest.
I mean, it's, you know. And now we're sitting here with 1st and goal at the 1 to start the second quarter.
Well, that set up the short field. Mm-hmm. Then they took a big shot.
Yeah.
You know, we thought they put trips out to the right-hand side, and we thought they were going to go over to the left because you had single coverage over there. You know, because, you know, oftentimes that's why people run trips is to try and get somebody on the island, you know. But took a big shot down here. Olivares was wide open, and I thought he was in the end zone. They marked him down at the 1.
So we have yet to have a point scored and will not have a point scored in the first quarter today.
But now you got 1st and goal from the 1-yard line with the white team getting ready to go in. Although, you know, this would make many people crazy. Neal's in the gun.
And they're going to be in the pistol, so he's really going to be deep. They're going to run to the left. They better, because if he don't.
And he's going to be stuffed.
For a loss of 1 because they're running into 3 unblocked people right there.
So that's going to bring up second and goal from the 2.
See if the quarterback keeps this one, Coach.
He was out there by himself when he carried out his fake.
He was.
I don't think anybody even looked at him.
Everybody came off the corner 1,000 miles an hour.
So, Neal in the gun. Golly, and he does keep it, and he's going to be just short, I think, like the 1-foot line.
Yeah, I mean, this has got to get – you got to get under center right here, and you're listening to a guy that's in the gun 99% of the time. Get under center and run the quarterback sneak.
But
the ball is touching the end zone. It should be a touchdown, literally.
Number 2 got separated from his soul on that play. My Lord, came in like gangbusters right there on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is one of those deals where they're not going to give you the middle.
Are we going to run jet right here?
And he turns up and finds a hole.
All right, touchdown right there.
Big play right there. Nice run by Kevin Ross on the jet. You know, really did it smart. Played it like zone.
Yeah, really did.
You know, that's one of the things with jet is if you run jet full tilt boogie. You know, there's 2 schools of thought.
Mm-hmm.
If you run jet full tilt boogie, that guy's at a dead run when he gets the football, and you're going to get the edge.
Yeah.
But if you don't get the edge, there is nowhere to go.
This is true.
Now, if you run at what I would consider buck sweep speed, now you can run it like zone. now you can stick your foot in the ground and get north and south, and that's what they did right there.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe after this right here, we can go back and look at that that interception again and we can talk about it since it didn't come up last time we were talking about it, Coach.
There's a snap, a hold, and up and through.
Cameraman was safe.
Yeah, cameraman safe yet again.
Yeah, so let's go back and you want to go back and look at this thing again, Coach?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Let's go.
All right. So here's the thing. Here's what we're talking about. You talked about the 4-man front right here. Right in this area right here when they had just been 3 the entire time. So then while we looked at it, then they got this cloud look right here where they got these 2 safeties over the top, and they're not going to let anything deep. And this linebacker right here runs right out underneath this little option route, and he never gets seen. Bam, there it is. Nice pick, nice return. That's what set up the score, and that's where we're at 7-0.
Heads up play by the defense.
Yes, it was. All right, so now we're at 10:36 to go in the second quarter, and it's 7-0 for the White Squad. And I think, Coach, every game today the White Squad has scored first. Is that right or wrong?
Coach, your memory is always better than mine, but I'm going to have to agree with you. I'm going to yield to you on that one.
I think we're right on this one.
And say that you are correct, sir.
Boom, there's the kickoff, and nobody was ready over here on this side.
Cannonball.
So we're going to get a return
by number
right
4.
Here.
Tyler Mackey Jr. drops the ball.
No, he just lost his feet, Coach. He put his hand down to try to stay up. That's going to be a 16-yard return, and they're going to start at the 18-yard line right there.
Ball received by number 4.
So it'll be 1st and 10 right here at the 18-yard line.
On the 18.
So he just slipped.
Yes, sir. Feet went out from underneath him.
That's the thing about turf, especially when it's cold. It can be some slick stuff.
Wait till the sun goes down. You know the bad part about that? I just thought about this, Coach.
What's that?
My back window is down at the house.
Oh, it's going to be cold, buddy.
Whoa, that's not going to be good. All right, so you got 1st and 10 at the 18 right here. 7-0 game for the White Squad. Back in the 3-man look.
Jacob Reeves takes a snap, drops, throws it out, and
it's picked again.
Throws another interception.
Number 23.
That ball intercepted by number 23, Anthony Davis.
And I can tell you right now why this one happened. This one happened all from the pressure. He gets blasted right as he throws this one.
Yeah, I think that was that pressure was put on by Jalen Shine, number 92.
And that is the 3rd turnover of the half for the Black Squad right there. And it gives a 1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line. So we are in the red zone at the inception of the possession.
That's one of those deals where, sometimes you just got to eat that.
Yeah.
Kamani Brown in the gun. Got a traditional gun look out there with him. Slot to his left side. 4-man rush looks like. He drops. They go
Touchdown.
max protect. And there it is.
Oh, he dropped the ball. That's a great job right there. That is a great job right there.
Ball intended for number 3, Xavier Henderson.
Number 6.
Broken up by number 6, Jalen Taylor.
All right. So,
that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the white team.
That's a big play right there. If they don't get any points out of there, you better remember that because he stayed with that play.
I thought it was a touchdown.
Should have been a touchdown.
Brown in the gun. Slot out to his left side.
There's another person coming.
There's a snap. Brown looks, same thing. Going to chunk it out there.
Touchdown.
Yes, he's in there. He got
Nice
both feet
throw.
down. That was
20-yard
nicely
touchdown
done.
pass. That is a great throw and catch right there.
Xavier Henderson on the touchdown.
When we get back after the extra point, we're going to go to
Yep, both of them. Watch, they won't.
the interception, and I'm going to show you what I was talking about.
They don't know
Man, that was a big-time catch because he got both feet down.
He did, and that was a great throw. It gave him a chance, Coach, to run underneath it and catch the ball, a yard inside, but where he put the ball up into the outside. There it is.
I say that all the time, get the ball outside. Make it where your guy is the only guy that has a real shot at the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Kenneville lines up. There's a snap, a hold, and he kicks that one over the Indian.
Wow. Hammered.
Yeah, that was over the stands, into the parking lot, down the street, around the corner.
Let's take a look at this thing right here.
Was it good?
All right.
It was good.
Give us 1 second.
All right.
It was good.
And the kick is good.
Tell you what, 2 turnovers, 14 points.
That's right. The last 2 turnovers.
Yep.
All right. So if you look right here, Coach, I'm going to freeze it right here. This pressure from right here, is going to create, the situation where the quarterback gets hit and it causes the ball, instead of going to an open receiver right here, it changes the trajectory of the ball to right there, and he throws it right to 23. Pressure. Best pass defense in the world always starts with pressure.
I got a DB coach that says that all the time.
That's the truth, man.
The best pass defense is a pass rush.
And that is, my dad's been screaming that for, I've been watching Falcons games with him, since as long as I can remember, and he's been talking about that. So right now, Coach, look at these, if you look at the in-game stats right here, it's 14-0 White Squad. They've got 55 total yards. They have turned it over once. The key stat right there is the 1 turnover for the White Squad and the 3 turnovers for the Black Squad. The 3 turnovers have led to the 14 points. Got 5 first downs to 3 first downs, and now we're back to live right here with 10:03 on the clock.
Kenneville kick, and it's going to be a deep one.
This dude can kick the ball.
He gets fielded right there by about the 2-yard line.
They got it.
There goes number 9. That's Elijah Roberts. He's down the sideline. He's still up. And huge return right there for the black team. I tell you what, the black team really needed a spark, and that might be what they needed right there.
71-yard return off that kickoff sets them up 1st and 10 at the 28.
1st and 10 at the 28.
Huge play right there by Mr.
Impressive.
Roberts.
What's the name?
Elijah Roberts.
By number 9 for the black.
All right.
Elijah Roberts.
I tell you what, that's going to bring 1st and 10 black team at the 28-yard line going in.
That's impressive right there. Now that was blocked really, really well. I mean, I was just sitting there talking about how strong the leg is, but that was blocked perfectly. That's not something that you normally see in an all-star game.
Well, you needed a spark, and you
yes,
got
you
it.
did.
Quick snap right there, thrown.
Nice catch right there on the hitch route.
Out to the right.
4 or 5 yard gain. I'm giving 5.
Number 13.
Ball complete to number 13.
Bring up 2nd and 5 right
there,
here.
Thornton.
That'll bring up 2nd and 5.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 5 for the black team.
All right. So now you got your whole playbook down here, Coach. Clock ticks. You threw an interception, got the ball back, threw another interception, got the ball back, and threw it again. So you don't have any fear over there for the play caller.
No.
We're throwing this thing no matter what happens. We're going to start throwing it to ourselves pretty soon, and when we do, we're going to be open. Now you got 2nd and 5. You got a 4-man box right here. You just got to run right at it.
Owens in the gun. There's a snap. Looks out to his left. Throws across the middle.
Wow.
That pass intended for number 4, Tyler Mackey Jr., but I really thought that it was going to get picked.
Well, they're throwing into an 8-man drop, Coach. They're dropping 8, and they're trying to throw into the 8-man drop. And we got push-ups on the field. We got push-ups down there where we didn't get the pick.
I thought he had it, so, that's understandable.
Yep.
I do think if they'll get Henry Parrish involved when they're getting that 4-man look, that they have something.
Yeah.
Because you got 5.5 on 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand the quarterback's probably not going to run. I get that, but trips out to the left. Owens in the gun. There's a snap. And there's the give on a trap. And I tell you what, now that middle for the white team is pretty solid.
Yeah. 3-yard gain is going to bring up 4th and 2 right here, Coach.
Jalen Shine, number 92, kind of turns them back. Going to bring up 4th and 2.
I think that's the reason why they felt they could play this 3-man front, because they got 3 dogs.
Yeah, if you're playing a 3-4, you got some dogs up front. You're right about that.
You don't just play that because you feel like playing it.
You know, because I mean they're sitting back there and they're just kind of playing football.
So they're going to kick this field goal right here.
Canterville does a wardrobe change. He lines up for the kick. What looks to be about 37 yards.
You are correct, Coach.
There's a snap, a hold, and
It's good.
it's up and it's good. And it would have been good for a long ways further.
All right, so
Black, 3.
let's go back to
14.
So let's go. All right. So
All right. So with 7:41, so I take that back. 7:34 and counting.
whoa, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, there we go.
7:30 with 7:30 left in the second quarter. It's 14-3. The white team over the black team. However, the black team gets on the board right there, and a lot of times that's what it takes.
Yeah, 71-yard kickoff returns got them into scoring position. They got the field goal right there. Nice 37-yard boot. Turnovers are killing them right now, though, Coach. 3 turnovers have directly led to the 2 touchdowns. So, if they would have just taken care of the football, it could conceivably be,
Oh, yeah.
or 7-3, because you'd have had to have the field goal to have the kickoff, or the touchdown to have the kickoff return. So, you can't play that what if game if you're if you're going to take away their points, and you'd probably have to take away their points, and we'd be sitting here knotted at 0.
Well, those 2 interceptions down with the gave the short field. That's tough, man.
Yeah, and it was right after you had actually gotten the first turnover of the game. And then right after that, it just all kind of fell apart.
All right. So, here at the Football Hotbed National Junior Showcase, the black team is lining up for the kick, down 14-3. Okay, I was just counting guys on kickoff team.
Same thing happened last time.
There's the kick. And it's going to bounce into the end zone.
It leaks into the end zone. They're lucky it did, because if that thing kicks back and checks up, they got to pick it up.
I tell you what, if you could ever figure out how to do that every time,
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20.
drop it on like the 2 and have it bounce backwards.
I can tell you this, as a first-year coach, I was in charge of kickoff returners at Lovejoy High School, and someone kicked the ball off, and no one caught it, and then they just sat there and watched the other team recover it at the 1. And we lost the game 34-27. So you know whose name was Mud the next day at the coaches meeting, right?
Jeez, man, that's rough.
It was bad. It was bad. It was a rough 3-week stretch. I screwed up just about everything I could in a 3-week stretch. Pretty much decided to quit. So it's 1st and 10 right here at the 20, Coach, and you got 20 personnel with the 2 backs and the 3 wide receivers. Look familiar?
Indeed it does. Brown in the gun. There's a snap. A little power read action around the right side.
Loss of 1 right there, Coach.
He doesn't find much room.
Be interested to see if they're going to throw a screen off that and run the counter option off that, because they wrap the other back around to the other side. If they do that, there may be a chance for somebody to be running real fast down this left sideline. We got an injury.
Uh-oh. Well, I'll tell you what, I hope he's okay. And that's the last thing you ever want to see in an all-star game is one of these guys go down.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
That's one of the things we've been able to avoid most of the day-to-day. We've had
Yeah.
a couple guys get up a little gimpy after plays, but nobody, no really anybody having to come out and get somebody.
Yeah, that's true, and that's a good thing. With him being on the, hopefully it's just something where he got stepped on.
stepped on or a cramp or
running around on that turf down there.
Something minor.
Let's see if we can go back and take a chance if we see if we can look at that kickoff return.
Yes.
Yo, there. Here we go.
All right, so
Hold on. Going live in 3, 2.
all right, so the kickoff return that set up the scoring, here it is. You can see where this thing is caught.
Let's give number 55
All right,
a
and
round
then
of applause.
look right here. Can you see this huge lane? It's right there. And, I mean, it's so wide open. I mean, there's just nobody there. And then there's a nice job of peeling back and blocking,
It'll be second
you
down
know,
on the left.
linebacker that was trailing and leaving the kicker. Great job. That's how you get 3 points the easy way.
And Elijah Roberts just motoring down the sideline. He's one of those guys that's kind of special.
Okay. So now we're back to action right here, second down and 11.
Brown in the gun.
Clock runs under 7 minutes.
Traditional gun set with him in the backfield, slot left. Looks like they're going to give a 4-man rush, motion out of the backfield.
Wheel route.
Brown rolls to his right, motions the man, and it's going to be incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Man, down here on the 3 receiver side, I know he got pressure.
23.
They were in a post and a wheel and a stop, and they didn't cover the post nor the wheel, Coach.
Well, I'm imagining they're going to come back to that. We're not the only people who saw that.
I mean, it was just screaming wide open.
That pass intended for Anthony Davis just couldn't quite get it there.
It's going to bring up third down, and, you know, you just gave up, you know, the big return that set up the, you know, the field goal. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and have to punt. You know.
From your own end.
Yep.
So 3rd and 11. Brown brings everybody back in for one more thing.
Although I'm going to tell you this right now, looking at the flags, it looks like the wind's trying to shift.
Brown in the gun, slide out to his left, takes a snap. It's max protect. He looks deep. Is getting lots of pressure, and is going to be drugged down with one hand by
Number 96.
number 96 for the black team.
Quarterback brought down by number 96.
My goodness.
Loss of 3 right there. It's going to
I
bring
mean,
up
he
4th
just-
and 14.
He just yanked him down with one hand, Coach, like, hey, where are you going?
Well, that's a big old dude, Coach.
Number 96, that's Carlos Allen.
That is a big man right there, Coach. Mr. Allen goes over and takes off from the side of the take a little break right here. He said, I'm not running down the field on punt, nor punt return. Somebody else come in there that's fast. Take over, a little bit smaller than I am. I did my job. Here comes the punt.
Fielded by number 4 for the black team.
That was
He's
a block
coming.
in the
He's
back.
coming around the left side. Oh,
It's going to end up being a 50. It'll end up wasting
got-
a 52-yard touchdown.
he's going to get
return.
in. He's going to get in, but it's going to come back.
It was a block in the back, and it was early on in the return, and it didn't really need to happen.
Tyler Mackey Jr. Unfortunately, buddy, I feel your pain.
Yep.
You know, sometimes I feel like the referees are running down the field with a bucket of yellow flags, and they're just throwing them all over the ground.
Flag on the play.
No, that's going to be a block in the back right there.
That was a really nice effort. The good news is it'll still look good on the highlight reel.
Yes, it does. And they're going to still start in plus territory at the 48-yard line. Or the 49-yard line on the left hash. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the white 49-yard line with 5:52 to go here in the second quarter. A chance to garner some real momentum right here, Coach.
You still got a short field. You sure could use 7 right here.
Yes, you could. So right here, I mean, you know, we've seen some things that have happened, earlier. But Coach, what's your ideas and thoughts about today with this hotbed or football hotbed recruiting?
Man, I tell you what, I really like the way it was set up. The fact that they evaluate the kids before they split the teams.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that they have several kids that are quote unquote big time. You know, they're 4 or 5-star athletes.
Yeah.
And then they bring in these guys who are either for lack of a better term, slept on, or just haven't really had a chance to get their names out there, and put them all together and let them play.
All right.
Nice throw and catch right there. pass from Joe Owens
Caught for 2-yard gain, Coach.
to Zaire Thornton.
Owens to Thornton.
Going to bring up second and about 8.
Yep.
Bring up second and
You
8.
got 5:30 and ticking right here.
But I like the idea that they take these kids and they put them all out there, and it gives the kids who are 4 and 5 star a chance to really showcase themselves.
14.
And then the kids who are, are marginal or are on the cusp of really showing themselves, and, gives them a chance to perform surrounded by really, really top-notch players.
Exactly.
So that you've got this great film.
That's the best thing, is that way you get a chance to play with somebody. If you're not in the best situation you've ever been in high school.
Motion to empty. Owens pulls the ball down and run.
Gain of about 6.
He runs pretty well.
He does. Going to bring up 3rd and 2.
I hate to be that guy, but a lot of times when I see a tall, thin quarterback, I don't think runner.
Nope.
But he did a good job. He pulled the ball down, got what he could get, and brings up 3rd and manageable.
Mm-hmm.
3rd and about 2.
Yeah, this is one of the things they've got to figure out a way to stay on the field. They can't. They've got to convert 3rd downs. I'd almost see if they just take this thing and run it again with him right now. They got him.
Motion to empty again. Owens drops, looks out to his left. He's on the run, trying to direct people. Oh, he's out of bounds.
That was a great job. He didn't take the sack, so you can go for it now on 4th down. But the point is that when they motion out, they've got 4 guys standing in there. He's got to be able to run the ball and get 2 yards right there.
4th down.
That ball thrown to number 8, Richard Dunbar, and Dunbar was trying to hook up and just, I don't think he realized where he was and just kind of backed out of bounds.
So with 4:10 right here, it looks like they're going to punt.
Okay. It's 4th and 2.
We're going to try to play the field position game right here. They got timeouts. I like it.
Well,
There you go.
You got a lead. You got an 11-point lead. I understand that one.
Here we go. I don't think they have enough people on the field.
Let's see. 1, 2. Are they short? There's a snap. Kenneville lets it fly.
He hammered
Nice
that thing.
high punt, and it's going to drive him into the end zone.
Touchback.
Touchback.
So now it'll start at the 20, so you gained, 20-something yards right there.
Ball received by number 8.
That's one of those where you got a coffin kick that one.
Yep. So now it's 4:10 with 4:10 left. If you get after them right here on defense, you're gonna use your 3 timeouts. It's maybe not with 4:10 if you can get them to throw the ball, but if they're running it and you can get them off the field, you may take a timeout after 3rd down. Set yourself up for a good return. You just had one that got called back for a touchdown. Could have made it a 14-10 or 14-11 game. So you got things working for you right here. It looks like the turnovers are kind of calmed down. We have 4, in a rapid succession. So.
Well, that's what's happening. We've watched it happen all day. Teams really kind of settle in.
Yeah, that's the best way to say it.
Neal on a quick give around the right side.
Gain of 2. Give them that. It's gonna be 2nd down and 8
Carried by no Pierre.
at the 22.
It's going to bring up 2nd and about 8 from the 22-yard line. White really trying to work out of this hole right now.
I love it when the clock down to our left goes to 23, minutes, and it's 23-0.
3:42 left on the clock is
Yep.
what I'm showing.
They got it right.
There's a snap. Quick give around the right side again.
Gain of 1 this time, Coach.
Met by a host of black defenders.
I think they're setting something up with that, personally. They've got to be.
Looking for some sort of play action right here.
I think they're setting something up to throw a little flare screen out there.
Well, I was waiting on them when the black team was motioning out of the backfield. I was waiting on them to let it fly out there.
Yeah, I was too. But anyway, you got 3rd down and 8 right here. Clock's running under 3 minutes right here. So if you run the ball right here, I'd expect to see the black squad take a timeout.
Neal in the gun. Give on the jet. They've got the corner. He's got some help out there.
He got a first down.
He's going to get a first down.
Really nice call.
Handed off to number 80.
Huge carry by number 80, Anthony Parker Jr.
Down,
Gain of
White.
12.
Really big play right there, to extend your drive and stay on the field.
Is that our old Anthony Parker Jr. right there, Coach?
No. Was it?
I think it is. That's an old helmet.
He's from South Georgia, I think, like Long or something.
Oh, he's too old.
Oh, he's a junior. Yeah, I got you.
All right. Kneeling the gun.
246, Coach. All 3 timeouts.
Here comes motion again. Quarterback pulls it. And nice play by the corner right there. Tyler Mackey right there comes up and stuffs it.
And Mackey's already had, he's already had the 52-yard punt return call back.
He's had a good game offensively and on special teams.
Yep. Lost of 3, second down and 13 with 2:20 to roll. Surprised they didn't use a timeout.
Yeah, clock's ticking. Second and 13, though. I guess you might want to come down some just in case you don't get the first down.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about the
black team.
Black squad.
Doubles look. Neal throws it out.
Oh, wow.
God bless America.
Holy smokes.
Jeez
That's
almighty.
That was complete for a loss of 4.
That play made by number 6. Number 6, Jalen Taylor. My word.
Yes, sir.
He dropped the hammer right
We got a timeout. We can take a look at that one.
I'll tell you what, I'd call a timeout too. If I was a receiver out there, I'd have demanded a timeout.
Yeah, I know. All right, if you look right here, it's already, a long yardage play right here. And I'm going to tell you right here, when you look at this, you got both of these guys right here.
And nobody blocks. Both guys act like they're getting the ball.
That's what I'm saying. Both of those dudes act like they're getting the ball, and it ends up just being that is a dummy mission right there. You just get ripped. All right? And now it's 3rd and 18. It's 3rd and 18. And did they say did the white team call timeout right there?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Brandon, that's awful.
Neal looking, throws the ball out.
Oh, nice.
I saw he eventually.
Had a man just out of his reach. That pass intended for Anthony Parker Jr. Just could not get it to him.
So now, it looks like we got 3 timeouts. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Minute 39, 3 timeouts. You're going to punt. But, it is what it is. If I am the black squad, I'm setting up the return right here. I'm setting it up.
Yeah, Kenneval out the kick. Mackey and Parrish deep for the black team.
Here it
No, I
comes.
take that back. Who was that? 5?
Oh,
Goodness gracious.
Sunfield, baby. But he got on top of it.
Henry Parrish having a tough time finding the handle on that one. I tell you what, that wind has played games with punt return all day long.
So they're going to give them the ball at the 45-yard line. We got 55 yards to go right here, Coach. Or if you can get 25 yards, you got a chance to kick another field goal and make it 14-6 before the half. But, you got 3 timeouts left. You got a minute 34. You got everything in your playbook right here. If you want to run the ball, you can run the ball. If you want to throw a screen, you can throw a screen. If you want to bring out something that's, a little bit funky and throw something that's a trick, you can do that too.
I'll tell you what, now would be a perfect time for a screen.
It seems like it. Every time they drop back, somebody's, destroying somebody, but they're dropping so many people that they're setting up to be blocked. You know what I'm saying?
They're getting on Jacob Reeves so quick that the screen would be perfect. There he goes. He drops, looks out to his right, throws incomplete. Passing intended for Zaire Thornton.
Pretty soon, that same play right there is going to be a pump to the flat and then a wheel route up the sideline with the, coming off that slant.
Football Hotbed has an Atlanta base 7-on-7.
So
and we want
you got 2nd and 10 right here. You still got a chance to run everything. Minute 30 seconds left. You got all your timeouts. Things like that. Inside screen.
high school football throughout the offseason.
You know, it's been a rough first half. If you look at it, the white squad's got 7 first down. Black squad's got 4. The black squad's turned it over 3 times and has 34 total yards, where the white squad only has 65. So it's been a really good defensively, really well played first half from a defensive standpoint.
Reeves in the gun. Motion comes across.
Whoa.
Golly. Number 9, Elijah Roberts, evades the first 2 guys, but they just keep coming.
And he loses 5.
It looked like he might get out of it right there,
Yeah.
but just could not escape the pressure.
So
And we see Black take
their first time out.
their first time out of the half with 1:16 remaining. I'll tell you what, Coach, it's been a really good day right here with the football hotbed games.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, the way it's set up, to me, that's – and I like the fact that this gives kids a venue where they can show their talents, where maybe we keep a freshman or a sophomore at home who might look to go to a greener pastures, as they say.
You know, you got to realize that sometimes kids only want, you know, someone to give them one chance, that one opportunity, and, you know, somebody giving them a chance to play in one of these games, come to one of these practices, go and take one of those college visits. Maybe all it takes for them to, you know, blossom and grow, going deep.
Reeves lets it fly.
Out of bounds.
And really nice coverage right there. Good ball. Need to bring that one in bounds just a little bit.
But he didn't give him a chance to pick it off. He kept it outside.
But Eric Boykins really did a good job sticking his shoulder in that guy's chest and kind of giving him nowhere to go.
Yep. So now we got 4th down, Coach, and we will be punting.
Kenneville out to punt.
And I mean, that, you know, you still got 2 timeouts left. Get what I'm saying? So if you can get this thing to roll out of bounds where you want it to down here inside the 10, you know, you got a chance to make this a really hectic end of the first half. I love this scoreboard down here. It is messing with me. It keeps going to 23:02. If it goes to 23:19, I'm gonna look for, you know, Monsters Inc.
Hey, well, I got you on the line.
Here we go.
The little scoreboard right now.
Kenneville lets it fly.
Yeah, the little one. No, the little
It's going to be calling a run right there by number 20 for the white team.
It says 23 minutes. But
That's Derek Davis. He comes around the right side, but just gets swarmed under.
Gain of about 2 on the return right there, but there's a minute 4 seconds right here. If you're the white team, you take this to halftime. You run the ball, and let's go. I'm up 11. I'm good. I feel really good about where I'm at.
I'm probably going to take at least one shot, probably down the right sideline.
Verbal scholarship offered to Georgia Tech
Yeah.
football hotbed.
All right.
National High School Showcase Tour on
I can
Sunday.
see that.
Congratulations, Elijah.
So you got 104. You got 2 timeouts. You come out here and you'll line up in trips. I'd like to see if we can run. They're going to run somebody down this seam.
There's a snap. He drops.
Oh, my word.
My goodness. Elijah Roberts on the sack. That joker was shot out of a cannon right there.
My word, man. I mean, that was a sack for minus 8 yards.
That's why Georgia Tech.
And it was over in a second. Get in the huddle and stay there.
Elijah Roberts apparently got a verbal offer this week from Georgia Tech while they were on the visit, and I can see why.
I verbally offered him right now. I don't even coach at Tech.
Here he comes, swim move, almost knocked that ball down. Throw and catch right there.
That guy gets off the ball.
I tell you what, I'm just trying to get to halftime right now.
Yeah, because I'm afraid that he's going to wreck something right here. And now you've given them a chance because you ran another play to call timeout. If you would have gone to half, I think they would have let it go into half. Now you've run another play and got it to 3rd down where they can get you off the field.
But it's 3rd and 16, Coach.
That's what I'm saying. It's 3rd and 16. What I'm saying is this. You ran the pass play. You lost 8 yards. All right, then you threw the little inside screen. They called timeout. It's 3rd and 16. You run the ball right here. They're going to call the timeout, and they're going to get you to punt. And they've already returned 1 punt for a touchdown. They just had it called back. I mean,
It's a dangerous situation.
It is.
No.
And my Lord, what happens when Elijah Roberts hits your quarterback in the back and he fumbles the ball?
He's not getting a chance to do that right here. I'd get in there and take a knee and make him use the other timeout.
No, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did.
Or I'd run the buck sweep. Or I'd run the stretch.
Do something that's going to take some time.
Mm-hmm.
Kneeling the gun right here.
Jet.
Motion.
Reverse.
And there's a reverse.
Wow.
He's got the edge. He's coming around the left side. Oh,
He's going to end up with a first down, Coach.
almost got clotheslined right there.
He got the first down. That was a great call.
Nice run by Kevin Ross.
Great call. And now White takes a timeout with 7.1 seconds left. They got a chance right here to make one throw and then see if they can kick a field goal.
I tell you what, man, that was heads up right there.
That was impressive. That was great. It was,
White.
and it was blocked so well too.
And White's going to burn a timeout right there. You know, there are certain times that are just prime time for plays, and that was the perfect time to call that reverse when, you know, you start thinking, okay, they're just going to try to be safe and punt it out of here.
Yeah.
And, you know, now if that gets blown up,
You
know,
look dumb.
yeah, you look like a moron. But, you know, when things like that work, you look like an absolute genius.
I got the side eye from that call in the playoff game when we called it against Calvary when we got the ball right before halftime. And Dad said, "What'd you call?" And I said, "Called the reverse." And he looked at me and goes, "Huh?"
I mean,
Went down to the 8, and he was like, "That's a good call." But you know what he was thinking? If this screws up and they fumble the ball, I'm going to punch you in the face.
yeah, you're a goat if it doesn't go off. Empty. Kneeling the gun. There's a snap. He rolls to his right. He's looking downfield. He fires to the end zone.
Dude's open.
He's got a man.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Down.
47 yards. Touchdown.
No Pierre right there as time expires.
Wow.
As time expires.
The end of the quarter.
I was thinking, get rid of the ball, kid. You're going to run out of time.
Yep, that was one of those things where, you know, I mean, you can't have a better. It's going to be 21-3. You want to look at that right now?
Yeah, man. Let's take a look at that.
All right, here we go. All right. So if you look right here, he's going to extend this play. He's going to roll to the right, and you and I both thought the same thing right here. Throw the ball. Get rid of it. The bad part about it is as he's rolling, you can see there's nobody dropping. Everybody's got their head back. So as you can see right here, he's taking off, and all of these guys are looking back this way. All right? And there it is.
And the guy just slips it behind us like they forgot about it.
I mean, the cardinal sin right there is letting that guy get
deeper than you, yeah.
I mean, and that's that's a horrible way to end the first half.
If you're on the black team, if you're on the white team, that's money, man.
Yeah, I know, but the black team was sitting there thinking we're fixing to get the ball back. Remember with 18.6, we were talking about we're going to get the ball back and we're going to have a chance to return this punt, and then they had
And the kick is
good. You have reverse for a first down.
That brings us to.
And after reverse for a first down, you have Hail Mary 5 verticals for a touchdown on the last
That reverse
play.
looks smarter and smarter.
Oh, yeah. That guy right there, that's the call of the game right now.
Just a few reminders. Attention to Metro.
I tell you what, that was big time right there.
It was. I mean, that was impressive. That was the best. That was an 80. How far did that ended up being? Like an 80-yard drive?
Yeah.
I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. All right, hey, we're getting ready to take a quick break right here at halftime and hear from Brandon O'Doy, the head of Football Hotbed.
Verbal scholarship offer to Georgia Tech during the Football Hotbed National High School Showcase tour on Sunday. It's a hotbed world.
Oh, did he say?
Just go with 10.
All right, Brandon, how are you?
Doing well, man. Enjoying some football, man. This is incredible.
No, it's been really good today. I tell you what, this game has some big plays in it, but it's still a really tight ball game. You know, the score doesn't necessarily tell the story of the game. Tell me about Football Hotbed.
Well, Football Hotbed is a multimedia platform that allows athletes to receive exposure in every particular way. We're 360. We never turn off. So we cover football during the football season, and then in the off season, we have showcases similar to Rivals and Under Armour and others. The difference is we're our own media outlet. So we've got our senior writer, Marcus Benjamin, who's home. He's writing articles on this. He'll touch bases with these players afterwards. He'll release articles, top players of each game. And with our social media reach on Twitter, we have about 8,500 followers. Facebook, we almost have 14,000 likes. And then on Instagram, we have over 16,000 followers. We can reach, with just the exposure that we provide, in addition to our website, 500,000 folks. So it's just a unique platform that we developed and designed to fill in the niche for some of the areas where we see that there's a lack of attention to, particularly as it relates to kids. We have kids that sometimes they get injured during the season. They miss half the season or the entire season. Some kids play out of position. So we have these showcase games to give them an opportunity to come and get a game on film. It's not going to make their entire resume, but wouldn't you rather have some film for your season, especially if you were injured and you came back, at the beginning of the next year? Wouldn't you rather have something than nothing? And we've seen it pay off big. Just a year ago, Wayne Dennis, who was a junior, came into this game, had absolutely no offers, 6'4" kid out of Armwood, Tampa Plant High School, and he comes and makes a one-hand catch, and then all of a sudden he's a Power 5 kid, as we said earlier today. And what does that turn into? That turns into about 3 or 4 other kids from Armwood who are now interested in playing in this game. So when you see guys come, play, have success, and then, get a chance to experience these college visits, because that's a big part of what we do. We bring everybody in on Friday morning, and then the first thing we do after check-in, we get on the road to go to a college. Then that night we have, practice for an hour, and then we break up the teams. The practice is to show us who's who, so we can evenly distribute the teams and make sure there's talent all over the place so the games are tight. And we've had pretty tight games. This one is kind of at a little bit of getting out of hand, but I know Coach Pierre Sonatas, the head coach of the black team, is going to defensively tighten his team up. And then at the same time, too, we have to remember, even though things aren't going, you're not doing what you would typically do in another game. You've got to allow guys to play through mistakes because, again, they paid to have the right to come here, and the premise is that they would get the opportunity. And opportunity and taking advantage of opportunity are really the themes of this weekend, and that's what you're seeing here. So 4 college visits, UGA, Clemson, Georgia Tech, and also West Georgia, Division II program, because everybody can't go to those programs. You're talking about UGA and Clemson. Those are 2 of the most elite programs in the country, Clemson, the national champs. So I want to thank all the college coaches that allowed us to come and opened up their doors, and we're looking forward to making other relationships, particularly here in the Atlanta area with some of our high school coaches. I'm an Atlanta native, but sometimes I feel like an outsider with dealing with, coaches up here. But nevertheless, we're going to continue to do this game. This is our 3rd year, and we hope it'll grow.
Well, I think a lot of coaches have a misconception about the all-star stuff. There's always the concern, is somebody going to get hurt, sure. Stuff like that. But, the thing you spoke to earlier, giving a kid a chance to play and really showcase his talents, maybe quell some of that transfer business that happens so often, because we've talked about before, that, like you said, Florida's the Wild Wild West, and that will eventually make its way to Georgia.
Yeah, you can go anywhere you want to go in Florida as long as the enrollment is under the number. So, you have open transfer rules, and that's eventually going to come. You see it nationwide with the transfer portal. People are now not accepting the fact that I can't make a choice to go wherever I want. And as long as that's happening, coaches, and I know, I grew up in Georgia, so I know how things go here, but, there will be some shifting, there will be some changing. I'm not saying I'm an advocate for it. I just read the marketplace, and I adjust accordingly. I have to make adjustments. In this game, we monitor who's playing and who's not. That's why sometimes I'm up here with you guys, but I go right back down to the field to make sure that, the guys who need the opportunity. Now, I can't make the plays for you. I can just make sure you play. I tell kids all the time, that's one of the things I can't control, along with your grades and your attitude. But we do monitor that because it's important. When parents invest in us And we're very open. It's a $400 investment with us to play in this game. You get a full uniform, access to college visits, huddle film, good coaching, a great facility, and an opportunity to pad your resume for high school. You got to take advantage of that. And there is some investment involved. And we think we return on investment, especially this broadcast. This is A1. You got instant replay, live stream, and you can see it wherever, all over the world, internationally. We've had people tune in from Europe in past years, maybe even this year. So we want to salute everyone that's watching this stream, and we really appreciate you. But to underscore what you were saying, Adam, the bottom line is simply this. There are some schools here in the area. They're big-time schools. These schools don't provide film or don't give the kids access to the film that they use. So they can't begin starting, to get recruited because in their huddles, they've been restricted by their coaches. Now, I'm not here to tell you what's right and what's wrong. But if you get an opportunity, and this game is also going to be on YouTube, so a lot of the kids know how to go on their phone and they can record and put those things up on their Twitter pages, and coaches can see them. And that's all you need. Because at the end of the day, like you said, you want kids to not feel like they have to go somewhere else in order to get an opportunity. They can stay in your program. They're not always ready as the freshman to come in and play varsity. They may need a year on freshman team and a year on JV. But while they're waiting, help them to feel like they're progressing and moving toward, getting where they ultimately want to be, which is playing college football. And too many coaches are the mindset that, just do what I tell you and you'll be okay. Well, Coach, not so much anymore, because guess what? There are only about 3,300 scholarships awarded in Division 1A. 3,300, how do you get that number? You got roughly 125 FBS programs. They can offer roughly 25 scholarships a year. And if you're a quarterback, most of the time they take one guy, if at all two. And it's a scenario where you have to understand, now you're competing with junior college kids, graduate transfers, and this marketplace for getting into college has really become crowded. So these kids need every opportunity possible to get to where they want to go, and they've given you everything they can. They're at your weight programs, they're at your off-season programs, they're at your 7-on-7s, they're in the weight room during the class. They're doing everything you ask. The least you can do is help them get to where they want to go.
Speaking of 7-on-7, can you tell me a little bit about the football hotbed 7-on-7?
Yeah, we just started our 7-on-7 program last year in Atlanta. We're familiar with a lot of the Atlanta teams, but we put a team up here, an all-star 7-on-7 team of varsity and 15U, because we felt like there was a void. Down in South Florida where we're based, there are about 50 teams, and it gives kids an opportunity to go out and make a name for themselves. Well, we didn't see a whole lot of teams here. It's growing, but it's still not where it could be for the amount of people in the metro Atlanta area. I grew up in College Park, born in Atlanta, Southwest Hospital. When I grew up here, the Metroplex, you didn't find that many people that lived outside of the perimeter of 285. Now it's insane. Places like Hampton are considered Atlanta suburbs, Mara Lake City, places that no one used to go to. Up north in Gwinnett, it was Parkview and Brookview. That's what it was for years. Now you've got Grayson, Buford, and all these other schools that we didn't have growing up. And that just lets you know that there's an abundance of kids, people who have moved to this area, and these guys need opportunities. So we put a team specifically here, again, to fill a niche and meet a need so that kids can come. And we invite your athletes to play with us. We had our trial here on Saturday. We'll begin our first week of practice. We'll have a second trial because interest has peaked. And our whole purpose is to get your athletes in a competitive environment in 7-on-7, which is now proven to be a ground where college recruiters come in and notice. And guys like, check this out, guys like Jimbo Fisher who have kids, Jimbo Fisher, Willie Taggart, and even Kevin Sumlin out in Arizona, they have kids who are high school football players. So they could be at these tournaments because they have children who are playing. And that's cool because they get a chance to recruit live and direct.
That's awesome. Well, we really appreciate all that you do here for high school athletes. As a former coach and a parent, I tell you, my hat's off to you for the way this is run and just the opportunity that you're giving these young men. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you, Adam. You guys have a great one. It's a hotbed work.
Yes, sir. Indeed it is. All right. Well, we're getting ready to come back to you with second half action here at the football hotbed Junior National Showcase.
It's a hotbed.
Rejoining me, my partner in crime, is one Craig Chapman.
I don't have an iPhone, but my husband does. He wants to know what to do.
All right. So we got a 21-3 game right here. But, you know, unfortunately, the white team will receive the ball because they deferred to the half.
They're in the biggest trouble of all because if they score, they'll be ahead 28-3, and then you know what happens in this state if you're up 28-3, especially about this time of the year.
Nothing but bad memories there, buddy.
I know people are throwing things at
You can send that to me. Or
at their TV, their computer, their phone. Trust me, there's not a bigger Falcons fan than me. And there's not anybody more crushed about that than me.
As we all sat at home, and I looked to my wife and go, are we setting this guy up for the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history?
And I looked at my dad, and my dad shook his head when it was 28-12. And he went like this. He just went, and he knew. And I was like, that's what happens when you watch football with these guys for a long time. He already knew.
Well, you know,
So what does that do?
Big Mo, she is a fickle beast.
And then you had, Edelman pulling things,
That guy, how is he so good?
because he's tough. And I hate to say it that way because it sounds so simple, but he just refuses to let anybody outwork him and be better than him.
I watched that guy get rocked time after time.
And he jumps right back up and starts to just goes back, and he's the fly in the ointment.
Speaking of getting rocked, we've seen some big hits
Yes,
today.
we have.
And like we talked about earlier, the only thing that we've seen that even remotely resembled an injury was somebody that looked like maybe they had some cramps, came
Yeah.
up a little gimpy.
I mean, it's been a really nice thing to watch this and see, guys competing, and they're competing at a high level, and we've been able to avoid anything, bad right so far. So knock on wood. So anybody that's out there just hit me in the head.
Yeah.
So here we go. Start the second half.
Canavel with a kick. I'm expecting it to go into the end zone.
And it's going to be at the 2.
It's just short, fielded by number 5, Kevin Ross. He's around the right side.
Number 44.
My good.
They
Okay,
fumbled the ball,
they're saying, black team's saying they have it.
and they do.
So you just keep adding.
They took his helmet and the ball.
Yes.
My word. I tell you what, there's some popping going on down
that
there
was
now,
number
buddy.
44 right there, Coach. I can go ahead and tell you exactly who that was. We can. We get a second. We can look at that.
Send me a notes 'cause
I tell you what, now he rocked him.
I mean, that was you can see it. He comes from inside out, and he comes searching. He is on a seek and destroy mission.
And so it's 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line, and
Yes, it is.
this is indeed what the black team needed.
Yeah, I mean, the way the first half ended, it would have been really easy to come out there and feel sorry for yourself. And that dude out there wasn't feeling sorry for himself.
so he has to get out of there.
So here we go. We got that funky stack look out here.
Joe Owens in the gun. There's a snap. He drops.
Boom!
Oh, golly. Joe Owens, I thought he had somebody over on the left side.
Number 8, baby.
About that time, he got a mouthful full of Gerald Colbert. That was, my goodness.
And that is a loss of 8 on the play, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 18 from the 31.
That'll just ruin your day right there now.
Yes, as a quarterback, former quarterback, I no longer get to play. And
Tell you what, Jalen Shine, what number is the nose guard right there? Is he 99?
Mm-hmm.
Desmond Tell, and then number 8, Jarrell Colbert, have done a tremendous job up front today for the white defense and are a big reason why the black team has not had a chance to cash in on some of those guys being open on the back end.
They want to be
There's a kick.
but I've got Rodney's
47
good.
yards. Look at that,
Atta
Coach.
babe. Atta babe.
appreciate it.
Canavel hits for 47.
Awesome. That's amazing.
Brings it back to a 2-possession game. That's a big deal.
Yes, it is. We've just been told that is the 15th ranked kicker in this class. Coach, let's take a look at the play that led to this. The kickoff return with the fumble. So, we got the touchdown at the end of the half, and everything right here. Okay. And then right here, you got this kick. And I mean, right there, dude. I mean, it's looking like, okay, he's going to get a chance to return this. And there's 44. See him from inside out?
Yep.
I mean, it just when he gets there.
He's there with bad intentions.
Yes,
huh?
sir. I mean, he's there, and he's ripping the ball out. And you can see it come out right there. I mean, that's an impressive play right there. That's a next-level headsy play, too. All right, so here we go.
Winding up the kick right here. 10-14 left in the third. Cannavale puts the boot to it.
And it's at the one again.
And that drives him back into the end zone.
Oh, they got the whole side over here.
They're going to let him bring it out. He's got some help. He's down the
Nope.
left sideline.
That's a 45-yard return right there. It's depending on where they spot this. If they give him,
Nice return by
Yeah.
Keon Smith.
that's what I
Nice
thought it.
return by Keon
45-yard return right there, and it's going to set it up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line with 10:05 to go here in the third quarter.
Richard Dunbar may have saved a touchdown right there on that play.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that was well done. They set up a punt return wall on the kickoff return. That's impressive.
Well, you know, you think about the black team and the 6 points that they have.
Yep.
Both field goals are set up off of a kickoff. You know, a kickoff and a kickoff return for them.
And if you look back at some of the games today, most all of the points are set up off of a big return or a turnover. There's just one play. I mean, the 80-yard bubble screen was basically the one time that something happened and you were like, oh, man, we didn't see that one coming because we didn't.
Brown goes under center and barely is able to hand the ball off. Nice hard run by Sequan Opierre right there.
Gain of 1 right there is going to bring up 2nd down and 9.
Jeez, man.
It appears that whoever went into the halftime and delivered the halftime speech got the attention of the the black squad right here.
I tell you what, those cats up front are big guys, but the get off, man. The get off is
Yeah, I
something
mean, they're
else.
quick. And it's like that on both teams. That's why it's impressive to watch. Counter.
He got stepped on that time.
Dude, I mean, the point is that you can't run the counter with that much penetration.
Out to number 4.
The guards are trying to get out, and they can't get out because the center's getting blown up, and then the guard steps on the quarterback. You see him jumping around trying to get away.
That was a loss of 3 on the play, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 12.
By the time Fitchett got the ball, there was nowhere to go.
Yeah, so, I mean, it is what it is.
All right. All right, here we go. See if they go back under center.
No, they're
No.
going into the gun right here. This is fixing to be that little
Yeah, they're like,
fake inside.
let's get a little room. Uh-oh.
No,
I think we're fixing to get a delay.
I don't think they're going to call it. Too cold to call the leg.
Brown in the gun. He drops. He takes
Uh-oh, he
off.
got it
He's
inside
got all
the
kinds of
field.
room. He's down the left side. And Brown's just going to run out of bounds after he gets the first. I tell you what
First
now.
down, White.
That might be more part of my game plan. That guy's pretty quick.
That's 21 yards on 3rd down and 13 right there, Coach. I mean, that was just set up. They ran them off, crossed them the field, and then when the pass rush opened up, there it was. So right now, right here, the white squad's in there. We got 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. 8:24 to go. We got a chance to make this a 28-6 game right here.
I tell you what, you score right here, and it becomes increasingly difficult.
Yes, and increasingly colder for everybody on the field not wearing a white uniform. That includes the officials. That means the clock's going to run.
There's a snap. Brown rolls left, fires. It's complete to number 3.
Nice.
Pass
Complete for 11 yards right there. And another first.
Xavier Henderson.
Xavier Henderson on the catch right there. And that's going to move the sticks.
Yeah. So as we get underneath, the next snap will be underneath 8
First
minutes.
down,
It'll be
White.
1st and 10, white team from the 27-yard line of the black. Going in with a score to basically put this game away. I just gave us all the kiss of death by saying that. Did I not, Coach Collins?
Okay, you just sentenced us to overtime.
Golly. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, we've been part of a lot of All-Star games, and thought that they were put away, and then something happens, and they just transition into something else and go overtime.
Oh,
Man,
wow.
right there, Elijah Roberts shows up.
By number 9, Elijah Robert.
He shows up. I tell you what, if he could have got his paw wrapped around that ball, I think he scores right there.
Coach, you are a poet and don't know it.
That's right. Make a rhyme every time, my friend.
2nd and 10 right here at the 27-yard line. I don't understand how they got the yard marker marked where they do and the ball marked where they have. Do you see the problem with that, Coach Collins?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Like I said, it's too cold.
Yeah, we should.
Anyway,
I was just about to.
Doubles look. Brown and gun. There's a snap. Little power read action.
weak side power read picks up 2.
So that's going to be 3rd down and about 8.
Yeah, this is a good down. This right here would be a great down to throw the screen that we've been talking about.
Okay, I didn't know what that was that he was throwing. It was his hand warmer.
Yeah, the old hand warmer. We're going to throw this over here. My arm fell off. I'm going to throw it over here to the sideline and keep playing. I'm Ronnie Lott.
Yeah. I was like, what in the world is that?
He's running there holding it out, looking. Something about this looks wrong.
Doubles look. Brown and the gun. Give around the left side. Going to be brought down by number 44. That was no Pierre on the carry.
Gain of 3, so that's going to bring up about 4th and 6.
Kick it.
Kick the field goal or punt?
Kick the field goal.
Okay.
Here
You
it
can
comes.
make it.
Here comes Cannavale.
That's a smart call. Let the clock keep running. Get up in there and let this dude hammer this thing in.
Yes, sir, Bob.
He was good. He hit the top of the upright, just left at 42 yards. So, I mean, he's got plenty of leg. He's been kicking the extra points out into the parking lot, bouncing it off of our cars.
Yeah, there's no question about that. This guy's got a leg on him.
No, I know. So as soon as the game is over, every van kid
Here he goes.
get their stuff. Well, and all the
There's
soft
snap, hold. It's down.
should still be.
It's up. And it's
Looks
good.
He is hammering that
Kick
thing.
is good.
You know, the younger kids should be able to get their stuff off the van.
Cannavale's been busy today, buddy. So that takes it back to a 3-possession ball game. That's a big 3 points.
Vans and park behind. Can they bring their vans over?
You know, that's one of those things, we're sitting down on the sideline, you're trying to work points in your head,
And then ask Hakeem to do this.
deciding what to do.
I'm looking at it from here.
Just make sure they don't double park.
All right, so let's take a look at this, Coach. One of the most impressive players here in the second half has been the young man who received the verbal scholarship offer
Thing at the start of the fourth.
from Georgia Tech,
Elijah Roberts.
Roberts. And if you look at this, I mean, he's going to come off this edge over here. And, I mean, this is an athletic play. This is uber athletic. You got a guy coming in this jet motion. It could be wide. This is him right here. And he's going to make a play on the quick screen. I mean, and this is really close. I mean, he fights off a block, and he's almost got it on the way to the end zone, all right? I mean, it is what it is. He knocks it down. He gets the pass breakup. But, I mean, he was real close to having 6 right there.
Yeah, that would have been a nice spark for
And they need it.
the black team really needs something to go their way right here. They need something big to happen.
Well, they did have a good return from this area in the first half. So with 6-11, they'll take anything they can get. They're going to have to get the return and, think about seriously. I don't know what the rules are if they can go for 2 or not, but they might want to consider that.
Nice deep kick.
And here we go.
Fielded by number 5, Henry Parrish. Cuts back to
That's the
I'm
same.
sorry, that's Roberts.
Woo!
He pays for
Wow.
that one.
28-yard kickoff return.
Was that number 10 that got
Ball
him?
received by number 9.
Elijah Roberts. That was,
1st and 10.
I think that was
1st and 10 on the 30.
Daylon Smith right there
By a host of white.
that really stuck his helmet in his chest right there.
Yes, sir. That's one of them things where when you get hit like that, you start reevaluating things.
Yeah.
You're checking on straps and, buckles and doing inventory on everything. Thinking to myself, self, and self said, what? Well, why am I playing in this game when it's freezing out here and guys are killing me on the sideline?
Joe Owens, right there, quick give.
Oh,
He
here we
busted
go.
back out. Good job. Nice run right there by Tavares Drizzen. Good job reading it. It's going to move the sticks, bring up a first down at about the 41.
Gain of 11 for Drizzen right there. Very nice, very nicely done. I mean, this game is it's there's 17 minutes of game time left, almost 18 minutes, so it's not over. I mean, it's a 3-score game. So I mean, I've seen crazier things happen. So
well, he just ran up underneath. Oh, good Lord! I was just gonna say
he didn't run up underneath him that time.
He ran up underneath number 8, Jarrell Colbert, and that time Jarrell Colbert reached out and grabbed him, and then he got away. But then here comes Jalen Shine.
I'm just going to tell you something right now. The story of this game are those 3 cats.
I tell you what now, if you're going to be a defensive coordinator, if you've got 3 guys that can rush the passer and play the run by themselves,
I mean, you're
from tackle to tackle.
They literally played in the first half. They went to this double stack look. They played a 4-man box at one point in time.
And stop the run. That's motion to empty right there.
There it is.
Quarterback drops, rolls out to his left.
Oh, look at this.
Comes back to the middle.
There you go.
And he's going to get a first down.
That's right.
Just like that.
Black.
Dude, that was a nice play. That was a gain of close to 17 yards right there.
Nice run right there. That's number 12, Jacob Reeves on the carry.
Really nice. Really nice. So now you got 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Or excuse me. Yeah, you do. You have 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Clock running under 5 minutes now, getting ready to go under 4:30 in a 24-6 game for the white team. And it's kind of funny, we haven't had that scoring onslaught like we've had in a couple of the other games. Be interesting to see if that ends up showing up here late in the 3rd, early 4th quarter.
Roberts motions from right to left.
Right.
Quick throw out there.
Got something working. That's a gain of 6 right there. Going to bring up 2nd down and 4.
Thornton on the catch.
Nice little option route right there. And they got a little life right here.
I thought they were going to Elijah Roberts right there.
I did too.
Number 9, who came flying across in motion and kind of wheeled out.
I thought they were going to throw the wheel route. Earlier in the game they ran the wheel route with a post, and it looked like they had something, but,
That's a dirty combo.
It is. Post wheel. I've been on the sideline before when that play beat me, and I'm not going to tell you when or where, but I can tell you this much. It didn't hurt my feelings when the Saints lost yesterday because the guy on the field was one of their players. Incomplete. Oh, that was it, too.
I thought he caught that.
Bounced off the ground.
Pass is incomplete.
Elijah Roberts, your eyes are better than mine, so I'll take your word for it.
It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, Kamara, they kind of held him to – he had 8 rushes for like 15 yards.
Yeah, I mean, they were played, to be quite honest with you, the Rams defensive front did the same thing that the white team's defensive front. They couldn't block Sue. They couldn't block Donald. They couldn't block Brockers, and they really couldn't block, and then Dante Fowler Jr. made the play of the game by getting to Breeze's arm. Pressure, best pass defense.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Reeves in the gun. He drops, looks out to his right side, throws the ball low, pass intended for Tyler Mackey.
Well, it's 4th and 4 right here, Coach. There's 3:22.
Incomplete.
This is kind of one of those things right here where you got to have this. I mean, I know that's stating the obvious, but if you don't get this and they put another score on the board, then it might be, pretty much over with.
Yeah, it's time to go for it.
Yeah, you're not going to line up and kick this thing. It would be a 58-yard field goal.
Yeah, that's a little much even for Cannavale. That's pretty good boot. But
here comes the play. Probably going to get delayed.
Oh, and they're huddling now.
Oh, yeah, this is not going to work. There's no way.
When they get out.
I mean, I would hope that they would allow it, give it a little leeway, considering it is an all-star game.
Reeves in the gun. There's a snap. He drops. God
Wow.
bless America. That guy is a monster.
Is that our dude number 8 again?
That's Colbert coming through. That kid. I mean, he just – the offensive line is there, but it doesn't seem to matter to him. That guy's a go-getter now.
I mean, did they just rush 3 right there?
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look at it, Coach. See what we can see right here.
He wraps inside, man.
Is that what it is? All right, so, you know, you got 4th and 4 right here. All right, and so, you know, we need to see right what we got. Well, he just uses his hands. If you look at that, that's impressive right there. Watch right here as he go. Whoa, 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 whoa. You know,
Next one down. Next one. Right there.
there it is right there. Just uses both hands, and it's inside, and it's over.
And
Great play.
Big old strong paws grabs hold of him.
Yes, sir. And that leads to first down after the sack. And, you know, what you're looking at right here is, you know, they tried to throw the little quick screen. I don't understand why you try to do that. You got guys sitting up in the slot.
Number 11. Pass is incomplete.
Yeah, Brown fires one out to his left side, and there's kind of nobody home.
Yeah. But, Coach, I mean, as we're winding down this game, we're at 3:11 left to go in the third quarter right here. You know, impressions of the day.
Really well organized, good competition, evenly matched.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Even now, you know, if you take away the turnovers, this is a really close game.
it is.
And there's the give on the jet around the left side.
I mean, that's a really nice play right there.
Whoa. Nice carry right there by Henry Taylor. I'm sorry. I apologize. I think that's Ross.
All right, gain of 2 right there. It's going to bring
Kevin
up
Ross on the carry.
3rd and 8. I think Ross had the carry on the reverse that set up the touchdown right
He
before
did.
half.
Well, that was a huge score.
It was. I mean, it just
That's one of those where
Third down.
if you give up a touchdown at the buzzer for the half, that's demoralizing. Jet around the right. Oh my goodness.
ugh,
Yeah.
that hurts.
Yeah.
Loss of 3 on that one. It's going to bring up 4th down and 12 right here, and you're going to see a punt.
Keon Smith is finding his pads.
Yeah,
Just-
man. You know,
Yeah, the D-line was like, no, sir. And Cannavale's going to come out and punt this one. 2:29 and ticking. And it's getting bleak for the
Yes.
black team at this point.
but they did stop right there. They did get a stop right there, so they didn't give up any extra, any more points. So it's the same. You got the same issue you had last time you had the ball. You got 14 minutes to do something about it. And here comes the punt, and you've returned one of these. You're going to get a chance to return this one.
Uh-oh.
Maybe you are.
Elijah Roberts loses the ball.
Great hustle right there by number 40. Getting back to get on the ball.
But they're going to retain possession.
And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 10 with a minute 56 left.
I tell you what, man, the punt return has been next to impossible all day long.
And the frustration is starting to show on the black sideline over there. I mean,
And then when you had the black team return one, it gets called back.
yep.
You know, one of the few times we've seen a punt get fielded clean today. And, it's just really unfortunate.
So now you got to go 90, and you got to go 90 in a hurry. I mean, in a hurry.
Yeah, you need to put some points up fast.
So if you got something where you're going to slip somebody in a seam or something right here, now's the time to do it. Anything you think you've been saving, anything you think you can get something cheap on, like, little run fake and throw the go right up the sideline over here.
Fire it out to Roberts right there.
Tried to run the pick to the boundary right there. That's a dangerous throw right there. Really dangerous throw.
Yeah, because if you pick that, you just walk into the end zone.
Last time
All right. So, it looks like we're going to, he's going to throw the football, Coach. We're going to throw the football a lot in this last quarter.
Trips out to the left. Reeves in the gun. There's a snap. He drops. He's yikes. Oh, man. Okay, good.
That a way to get up.
There we go. That anytime they get drugged down from behind like that, that's a little scary.
Loss of 6 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 16 at the 4.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, that's sacked by the D-line again.
I mean, these guys right here are relentless.
That's Jalen Shine, number 92 on the sack.
I mean, relentless. Their pursuit of the ball is relentless.
The 3 of them dominated this game.
Yep.
The 3 of them – now, don't get me wrong. There's been lots of guys make big plays.
Yeah.
But the 3 of them have dominated the game.
8, 92, and 99.
It's 40, but it feels like 40.
So.
Trips out to the right side. Reeves takes a snap, drops.
He's got him in the middle
has
of
a
the
man
field.
across the middle. Robertson just can't hang on to it.
I like that concept. That was a really good concept.
Ball thrown just a little bit behind him reaching back trying to grab it.
So with 52 seconds left, you're going to punt from on 4th and 16 from your 4-yard line. That's easy for me to say.
Yes, indeed. It has not been
a stellar day on for the black team's offense, and most of that is in the hands of 8, 92, and 99.
Defense has played rather well, I thought.
Yeah.
They had a couple breakdowns on the back end. Just where it's like they forgot somebody was there.
Mm-hmm.
Or didn't think the guy had the arm to get it there. Or,
yep. I think you just hit the nail right on the head. He didn't think the guy had the arm. And here comes the punt. Oh, there it is again. Oh,
mishandled
Lord.
right there.
He got hit in the head.
Yeah, that was. It looks like Elijah Roberts comes out of the pile with the ball.
He does. We need to take a look at that one because that was some viciousness on that.
Number 20 was trying to get back on the ball. That was Derek Davis trying to get back on the ball, and they were like, "Nope."
Well, here it is, because as soon as we get this clip downloaded, we're going to take a look at this. So, as you see, they're punting from the 4-yard line. All right, and then the same problem that's happened all day. I mean, this encapsulates the day in a nutshell right here. And there it is, and then boom.
Nice play right there. Ball out by Reeves.
Oh.
Overshot Thornton.
Pass intended
All
for
right.
Thornton. Pass is incomplete.
Of course,
All right.
no black quarterback has had a chance to throw the ball unmolested today.
If you look at this right here, Coach, let's go back to the replay real quick. Watch the hit. I mean, this is just, boom.
Yeah, that's one of those. That's one of those where you worry because the guy's kind of down in kind of a vulnerable position.
Yes, I mean,
and he's trying to get on the ball. Now, don't get me wrong. Everything about that was clean.
I mean, that's the thing. But,
But it's a little scary.
yeah, so now we got 2nd down and 10 right here at the 42-yard line. 34.5 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Trips out to the right side. Reeves drops, gets pressure.
Picked.
And he's picked again. That's number 55.
Number 55.
That's his second one of the day.
And his 3rd turnover. He's recovered a fumble and picked off 2 passes. He turned that one 17 yards. And his pass interception,
That's Justin Jackson on the interception. However, while Jackson has 2 interceptions, it still goes back to the fact, if I'm not mistaken, that was number 99, Desmond Tell, right there applying that pressure when he went ahead and stuck his face mask in the quarterback's chest. Yep, there it is.
I mean, if you look at it from right there, he just eats this up right here.
Unless something changes drastically.
Boom, and then
I have players of the game.
I do too. I was wondering if we were going to go there.
Not enough credit is given to big guys in general for the games. Oftentimes the people that we focus on are skill guys. But those 3 cats right there, again, dominated this entire game, and that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter, 24-6, here at the Football Hotbed Junior National Showcase. Hashtag it's a hotbed world.
It's a hotbed everywhere except for outside today, buddy. It's cold out there.
It's a cold bed out there.
Yes, sir. And there's been some people getting laid out. I mean, there's been some nice hits here in the last, 4 or 5 minutes of this game.
There have been some real waylays.
All right, Coach, let's talk about the day in entirety, because we're going to be, this is our last 12 minutes. This is our last, football for, high school football for maybe a little while here. And freshman game, what was your impression?
Man, just really well matched and well coordinated, and the guys, just the organization for the limited amount of time that they have, just really impressive.
And then it kind of increases the intensity of the size, as as it was said on your a couple of your interviews. The older you get, the stronger you get, the faster you get, the more knowledge, the more football knowledge you have, and because of that, the play gets better. So now you're at this game, and this game right here has been, there are people on both sides of this ball that are going to be big time players and big time contributors. And there's
a ball, and
he went and got it, touchdown.
He comes back to get it.
Anthony Parker Jr.
Anthony Parker Jr. on the touchdown.
All right.
Touchdown.
My goodness.
White.
29-yard touchdown pass right there. And Anthony Parker Jr. has made a great job, great adjustment to come get the ball.
That was Michael Neal to Anthony Parker Jr. on the touchdown. Just hung it up there, and geez, man.
I know. That was an amazing thing.
All right, we're going to look at the replay of that right there.
After the kick.
After this kick. That's what I was just getting ready to say. I tell you what, man, the white team is, you can't fault them. They're playing. And the black team, I feel for you because I've been where you're at, where it's like nothing is working right, and just, you can feel the wheels coming off. There's a snap, a hold, the kick is up, and it's good, and he nails the scoreboard. Where I'm from, the entire team erupts when that happens.
Yes, they do.
But we're going to take a look at this clip right here as soon as we can get it downloaded. Apparently some kid named Smalls is here. All right.
Just watch the pressure to the left over here, Coach. You're going to get this. It's going to be a great pass rush. So right now, everything in this thing looks good. You got Parker right here separating. All right. And then you got a defensive back getting ready to make a play on the ball, and Parker comes back. Doesn't exactly high point it, but he does the best that he can right now. But the reason the ball looks so bad is because you get the pressure from the backside right here.
He gets walloped for this.
And you look right here. You just look right here at this pass rush. He just realistically disregards that tackle right there. And he's just late. And because he's just late, you end up with 6 points.
That and the DB let the guy get deeper than he was.
And of course. All right, 9:27, Coach, and running.
31-6. White over black right here.
Once again, this game is, you look at the score, you're going to think that this was a blowout. It's not really that. There have been some plays because of the defensive line of the white squad.
Thornton on the return. If he gets a block right there out of number 6, if number 6 blocks 11, Keon Smith, he might go.
From the 35.
Yeah, Coach, that was I'm cold.
And I get it. I played when it's cold. I understand. Now, it's been a long time ago. And a really long time ago.
Well,
but
my feet are freezing right now, and I'm cold, and I'm having a hard time talking, so I can't even imagine what it'd be like to play.
I tell you what, as large as a corporation as Score Sports is, I think we should look into a floor heater.
Oh, yeah.
Like maybe just something to hang over my toes like they have like at the nail salon.
Heated socks.
Heated socks.
I mean, the orange and black socks would be
Although,
awesome.
I tell you what, I cannot wait to warm up with that steak dinner. We got offered a steak dinner before the day started. I'm looking forward to that one.
Somehow I don't think that one applies anymore. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Empty.
At the 34.
Owens drops.
Down the middle.
Rolls to his right. Lets it fly. Has Thornton.
That's pass
okay.
interference. There it is.
Thank goodness.
There it is.
Yes. He got mugged.
Flag on the play.
And he's like, why?
Yeah. I mean, but, you know, it's only 15 yards.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a 15-yard penalty.
It's not even an automatic first down anymore in high school football. So
because if it's 3rd and 16 and you give up pass interference, it's 3rd and 1.
hold that joker. You know, I tell kids, if you get beat, tackle him.
You could literally run the clock out by holding somebody every play inside the 5 because it'll never be the clock will run and there'll never be a first down.
I tell you what, man, we were playing a game one time. It's been a long time ago, but we were playing a game, and they threw pass interference on us, and I was clapping on the sideline, and the referee goes, "Coach, you know that's on you, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, but it ain't no touchdown."
That's right.
How much? Or you just sending him?
I was sitting there thinking to myself about Coach Jones when we were, he would tell referees, "I'm gonna take the 15. They ain't gonna get 6."
Yeah, there's no question about that. That's the heads-up play by the DB. If you're beat, grab him.
Yep. So it's 1st and 10 now at the 49.
Empty. Owens rolls to his left. Is still looking
That's a
downfield.
nice job right there. I don't know if he
Tries
caught
to
it,
hook up with Thornton. They're going to say that's incomplete.
but that was a great job by both of them. Thornton realized the scramble, and he broke the route off and brought it back to the sideline to give him a chance, to give him a target to throw the ball to. Really nice job of recognizing the quarterback's movement and then mirroring your movement to his.
Well, that and Owens knowing the situation and trying to keep his eyes downfield
Yeah.
instead of just running with the ball.
That was a good thing too, because right now you're at 2nd and 10. You don't want to end this thing kicking 2 field goals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your records.
So
Well, I don't know.
you
This is Andrew.
Still an empty look.
yeah.
Elijah Roberts down here at the bottom.
This guy's on. The guys got to back off. They got 2 guys on the line down here.
There he goes.
There we go.
There's a snap. Looks out to the – there's a quick throw right there.
Nice turn.
Thrown inside.
Ooh, nice.
I tell you what, he's got some wheels on
Nice
him.
little option route and catch and run right there.
Pass complete to number
All right.
5.
1st and 10 down
It'll be
at the
1st and 10.
37-yard line. The clock runs under 5 minutes and 30 seconds here in the 4th quarter of the National Junior Showcase from Football Hotbed. It's a hotbed world.
Nice throw and catch right there from Owens to Parrish. Parrish really motoring. I've been part of games like this where I've been on both sides of this,
Oh, yeah.
and it's tough.
I know one thing. If you're a quarterback and you're in this game, it's really hard to keep throwing it when you're getting hit every snap. But if you keep
Uh-oh.
And they were trying not to throw flags.
Yeah, it was one of those things. It's hard that if you're getting hit every snap, Coach, it doesn't matter if you're completing every pass. You're ready for this thing to be done. All right? And the point being is that, you're going to get some stats that are accumulated right here, and this is a time to show off what you can do. Coaches will look at this part of the film too. They don't care that it's 31-6. They don't.
Well, and this is one of those character moments.
Oh, that's a
Owens lets
nice.
it fly, has Thornton.
Oh.
Thornton just can't hang on.
That was a really nice read right there. That was a really nice
Number
read.
13, Thornton.
Like I was saying, this is one of those character moments.
Yep.
Where, what do you do when the chips are down, and we're asking you to keep going?
Are you a front runner? There's definitely right here, if you're looking at this from a college coaching perspective, if you're recruiting these guys, looking to see what they are, dude, you're out here running and jumping and giving up your body at 350 in the 4th quarter when it's 40 degrees outside,
And the game's out of reach.
and it's over. The game is over. Let's just be honest. That tells you more about your character and your playmaking ability than most everything. Everybody wants to know.
6 and 7.
You know, everybody's a go-getter when you're winning. You know, when things are going your way.
What's going on here? Oh, they were telling him it's third down.
But who are you when the wheels are coming off?
Oh yeah.
Who are you when you know there's no chance to win, but we're trying to get on the board?
I mean, it's not normally like that. You know, we've been very blessed to not have that problem.
Owen's right there.
Nice job. Nice
Another
job.
throw inside.
All right, so you're going to
Complete to Henry Parrish.
He's in a crate. We can't leave him in a crate all day. We have to do something.
So it's fourth down and 5, 4th and 4 right here, Coach. Under 3 minutes now. You know, what do you come up with right here? I'm running the same little crossing route right here,
Oh,
out
yeah.
of empty, trying to get me a first down, see if I can stick one in the end zone before we leave McEachern High School.
No question about that.
You know, I'm something to stay here and get this taste out of my mouth and not scoring.
Owens drops, has time, lets it fly. Ball thrown inside,
That's a
though.
really good play by number 20 right there. And I hope he's okay.
I think that's number 10, Coach.
Oh, number 10? Well, you know, I am old. I am old. I hope he's all right.
Yeah, that's Dalen Smith. He's had a pretty good game. I think maybe he's just shaking up, probably got his wind knocked out of him. Nobody seems to be real alarmed. He's got his knees bent.
If you look at the game summary today, it's 31-6. White team over the black team. It's 165 total yards for the white squad. They had 2 turnovers. They had 16 first downs, where the black squad totaled 58 total yards. They had 4 turnovers. They totaled 11 first downs. All right, this National Junior Showcase is, displayed guys who have just recently received verbal offers from both Georgia and Georgia Tech. There's a ton of talent out here. I mean, a ton of talent. I know one thing. There's a couple guys on here that are from around our area that look like a Dutchtown helmet down there.
I thought I saw something, too.
Yeah, and that's, I'm glad we don't play those guys. Because that would make I would have to stay up late at night and worry about who's going to block that guy. Now. So, with 1:54, we've got this injury timeout right here. Coach, might not be too bad a time right here to talk about the player or players of the game.
Okay, I think you've got 3 guys that stood out to me. You have to forgive me. I have to pull up my roster real quick.
Got to get your trusty, dusty roster out.
Yeah, that's going to be number 8, Gerald Colbert. Number 92, Jalen Shine.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 99, Desmond Tell.
Yeah.
Those are my 3 guys. Those 3 guys dominated the landscape of this game for the entire game.
If we were sitting here, if we were breaking down film on a Sunday and we were playing these guys, and I'm sitting there watching a 3-man front dominate 5 guys, I'm really, really, really concerned about my chance to move the ball and score. And it's kind of played out that way.
Well, yeah, if you've got – because they didn't just pass rush.
No.
They stopped the run with a 4-man box because of those 3 cats up front.
I mean, it is. And when they motioned to 5 guys, they motioned to a stack, bunch, empty look, and they played the box with 4 people. They dropped 8. And it was because the front could get pressure. If you can do that consistently, and you can drop 8, you can give people problems. There's nowhere to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Right? It's easier, it's hard if people rush 4 and drop 7 and they can get pressure. It starts evening out a little bit when they have to start bringing 5 and 6. Then you may, people say they don't want to blitz because it opens up holes. As a guy that likes to throw the ball, I want you to blitz so I can hot read you to death and shallow you to death. But, they did.
All right, looks like he's up and headed for the sideline. You got to like any time those guys get up and are able to kind of come off under their own power.
So it looks like we're going to get the kneel down right here. Is this what this is?
I believe so. And there it is.
So the clock will run. Well, that was interesting. The clock will, Clock went from 149 to 158.
There we go.
And down to 141.
There we go.
I am now convinced that the clock is colder than I am. So
Yeah.
It's on the frozen tundra.
the frozen tundra of McEachern has brutally destroyed this clock.
Electronics.
They're not even going to snap the ball.
No, there will not be another snap in this game. So that will be the end of this for us from the home of the Indians, McEachern High School. What you got, Coach?
I tell you what, man, this has been a really great event put on here by Football Hotbed.
Thank you so much for the national.
Just again, the footballhotbed.com for more information.
It's a hotbed.
It's a wonderful opportunity for young men to come out here and show what they have, and and coaches. I think this is one of those things that we should embrace.
Yep.
Simply because it's an opportunity to showcase our kids, and it's an opportunity to showcase a guy who might be an underclassman behind a guy who's a big time player, and keep them at our place. That's a critical thing right now in this time of what I call high school free agency.
Well, everybody's going through it. You got the transfer portal in college. You got, high school students that are looking for their better, getting to play on a better team. So you got the whole thing, and it's important to kind of show these kids, there's a better way and an easier way to do this, and that's to work. But hotbed football gives them that opportunity.
It does indeed. Well, from Adam Collins, Craig Chapman, Bogan Michael, this is Score Sports signing off. Have a great day.